So Red, welcome to Japan 2023 qualifying. And I look like I'm in one of those rooms where they used to develop camera footage. Why the hell am I so red? What is going on? What is this? Hang on, are we live? Ah, there we go. Oh, it's too early for that. It's too early. But there is only... None of my clock's not even on. My clock is not even on because it's too early and it's power saving. What is the time? There's 24 minutes to go till qualifying, everyone. I got you covered. I'm up early. It should be, frankly, it should be illegal to be up this early on a Saturday. I'm sure my neighbours are thrilled. Let me get everything ready for you. Let me get everything ready for you. I'm going to be a bit slow starting because I'm not really at the races, as they say. Right, is everything working? Welcome Irvin, welcome Kate, welcome Nida, welcome Funky, welcome Dan Dions, Vlatka, Davina James, Marcio, Soldat, Larry as well. Nida's got a big competition coming up. Nida, why don't you tell us about your big competition in the chat? In fact, people who have watched this channel have been supporting Nida Drifts. Where the hell is a Formula 1? Oh, it's on Sky Main Event today. It's on Sky Main Event. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. I'm back. So we need to get this... Oh, my headphones are gone already. Someone hasn't charged my headphones. Oh, no. People come up here and they play games when this is a space now for F1 streaming. Global F1 streaming, and my headset is out of battery. Fantastic. Amazing. Max is back. Yeah, we'll see. We'll run through... Ooh. We'll run through everything. I need to skip this race to get there, I think. But we don't want to get fired as well, so... Always a solid strategy, that one. Let's just go through that.
It looks like clear weather. We're just moments away from the...
Ideally, I would have done this beforehand, but you know how we roll. I'm just a busy guy. I'm just a busy man. Right, I need to waggle this to get the battery to charge. We're going to have to do some hot swapping. But right now... Steel Series! Why do your batteries not charge? No worries, Dion's. Let us know who you're supporting today. It's hashtag 44 people watching. Blessed. So let us know. I don't know why we're still in Singapore on the map as well. I need to change that. Stats. Come on, for crying out loud, battery.
And a new position
Please.
just gained by Williams.
Just waggle it in and out of this. Ah, yes, waggled it. And it says that battery is 100% charged. Okay, we're going to go with an early pit stop. We're going to go with an early pit stop. We ready? Can we go sub 15? Can we go sub 15? Someone time this. Let's go. Start timing as soon as I take it off. Done. That must be sub 15. That must be sub 15 seconds. I am telling you. Welcome to Rude Valoon in the house. John Boss as well. 1, 2, 3, go. Well, you guys are timing me down. That's not going to work. That's not how this works. Let me get the fan on as well. Oh, for crying out loud. There we go. Get some... Oh, steady on. Go back onto setting 1. Face light. What do you mean face light? Chat, I told you, it's too early for me. It's too early for me, chat. By the way, nothing. I can't see anything yet, Suzuka. Should we get the Suzuka track map? What do I call? Oh, stop interrupting me with the strategy. We don't care about this race. We just want to. We're just zooming you through. We're using you. The game thinks someone is playing it. The game has no idea that we haven't played this game in like well over a year. We just literally use it as background noise. It's been demoted, but it has no idea. It thinks that I thoroughly enjoy playing F1 Manager, and I religiously play it. Every time there's an F1 race, I play F1 Manager. It thinks I'm the biggest F1 Manager fan in the world. The tragedy is it has no idea. It's not sentient like that. Right, as we go over Malaysia, where is Japan up here? Where is Suzuka? Chat, where is Suzuka in Japan? I'm over a map of Japan. I've got Tokyo, I've got Nagoya, I've got Hiroshima, Fukuoka. Can you let me know where Suzuka is? I'll zoom in on that. We need to do it old school. Verstappen, by the way, leading the standings like days gone by. So, see what happens. More to the south, Marsh says, okay, I need zoomed in. Is it on the southernmost island? Is it near Nagasaki? South of Nagoya. South of Nagoya. In that little peninsula. I've got Yokohama. Suzuka. I've got it. Oh, nice. I've got it. Amazing. Well, why don't we update this? Why don't we update the satellite map? Excuse me. Don't mind me if I do. There's Suzuka. Weirdly, that's as close as we can go. But okay. Why don't we get that like that? Don't worry, for the race stream, we're gonna be prepped. We don't have to do that again. We're gonna be prepped and ready to go. Welcome to Ryan Hasn't Got COVID. Congratulations. Thanks for helping me out there, everyone. We've got it. And now, the time is, I still can't see because my clock is off.
Alpine just advanced.
There are 19 minutes to go to qualifying. Will we see the Red Bulls get through? Sergio Perez in P4, that's a bit ominous. The McLarens look like the best of the rest. Williams down there. Big gap between Stroll and Alonso. Obviously, Stroll had that massive crash in Singapore. Sold Out hopes I'm okay. How are you doing, Sold Out?
Virtual safety car deployed.
How is everyone doing in chat? And can we just progress through this race, please? In fact, let me pit both drivers. I probably should pit them. I really hope it's the next track in this rotation is Suzuka. I suspect it won't be. I suspect we're going to have a bit of a problem there.
We've had a crash.
Carlos Sainz, obviously 2 out of 2 on pole positions, and his current form is a P1 and a P3. So how will Ferrari do? Well, they're up there, but if you look at and again, it's only practice, but if you look at the timings, you can see that they're closer to a second off Max Verstappen, actually. So are we going to see the Ferraris fighting for pole, or are we going to see a return to Red Bull domination? Dear me, Red Bull domination. We will see. Let me know in the chat what you think, by the way. Let me know what you think, and let me know if is it also early for you. I mean, it's dark outside. It feels wrong. It doesn't feel right to be up this early. I feel like we're angering the gods or something. Yeah, I'm interested to see sec times as well. Sector 1 with the S's. And then Sector 3 being 130R and the chicane. Sector 2, we've got the hairpin, Degners, spoon. It's different characteristics for the sectors. It's 6:45. It is. 15 minutes to go. Alex, 50-inch TV is broken. Angry face, blank screen. Only a year old. Unbelievable. Hello. Is that under warranty? Alex, let us know your brand.
Over the finish line.
Feel free to slate your brand here. Where did we finish in that race? P11 for Daniel Ricciardo. Right, is it going to be Suzuka next for the ultimate immersion on the stream? There's old Stoffel Van Dorn, recently confirmed for Peugeot. Oh, it is Suzuka, yes! Chat, while I'm here, let me actually just, I'm getting loads of warnings here, look at this. The board are satisfied. The gearbox is in poor condition. I probably need to buy a new gearbox and stuff like that, but I don't know how to. We'll do that next time. Whatever. Continue. We just want to get to Singapore for the vibes. No, Suzuka, I should say. Performance targets. Win. Hitachi. Terrible news. Breaking in a year. No warranty. Well, why don't you have a warranty, my friend?
Konnichiwa from the Suzuka
Konnichiwa, indeed. That's much better intro there from Crofty. Much better energy. Mate, do you live in England? What do you think? Sold Out is up for 4 hours. It's now 7. Sold Out, why were you up so early? Why were you up so early, my friend? Ah, oh, finally. We're going to have the practice open.
Daniel, I didn't hear your radio check. Radio check.
So that's done. Yep, now I just need to do something else. And then I'm all good. I'm all with you. Looks like a beautiful day in Suzuka, by the way. Glorious weather. No worries, Victor Lim. No worries. I'm up early because I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you. But I will admit, I will be very honest with you, chat, that when my alarm went off, I did not want to wake up. There was an internal struggle. There was a very loud and persuasive internal voice in my head saying, don't wake up. It's only a stream. You're not getting paid. Don't worry about it. Have some sleep. But then the other voice in my head said, you know what? We have such a community and we all hang out every weekend. We owe it to the fans. We owe it to our fans to just get out of bed, get up, have a shower, and just get onto the stream with nothing prepared. And it was that voice in my head that won over. But the other voice was saying, don't worry about it, mate. Honestly, no one's even going to know. Just go back to sleep. So, you know, that was the internal struggle going on. It was a close battle. Right. What I've just done, chat, just show you how organised I am. I just scheduled the stream for tomorrow. That's all done. I just thought while I was doing admin, I'd get that done. And now finally, I can hang out with you. No text for leak ID. What's leak ID? Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. Where is the text for leak ID? Why was that off? Why was that off? Funky just saved the whole stream. Funky you just saved the whole thing. Nida says 1 AM. It's prime time for Nida. Nida's just like, just wake up, man. It's prime time. What else have we got here? Victor saying, let's go Yuki. Yuki, who is just being confirmed for next season at AlphaTauri. Sold out opens his eyes and is out of bed. Very nice. Snowline's here. I don't even know what the time must be for Snowline. Ryan's got a football match today. Very nice. Blackers appreciate the sacrifice. And Kate is just praying, doing a morning prayer. What's the local time in Japan? I can't see. Anyone know what local time is in Japan right now? Is it like 2 p.m.? 2 p.m. local time? Marsha like the Fool's News, very nice. By the way, chat, come on, let's get ourselves into gear now. Let's hit that like button on stream. 70 people watching, 20 likes. Let's make a push for 50. Let's make a push for 50 likes. And also, let's do an early share as well. I saw Vlatka shared the stream this morning. Hit that share button. Let your friends know as they wake up around the world, if they're waking up. It might be prime time for them. That they can hang out with us as well. So hit that share button, share it on your favourite social media platform, and let me know in the chat so I can thank you. It's the old like and share 1-2 combo that worked so well for us last week, where we became, chat. Last Sunday, we were the 4th most viewed live stream on YouTube. It's pretty mad, isn't it? Isn't that pretty mad? 4th most viewed live stream. We had 14,000 people watching at our peak. Kate's an old chair. Thanks so much, Kate. Dan says 2:50 in Japan, so it is coming up to 3 p.m. Mr. Kravitz is in the pits here. Where the subscriber count? You guys are ruthless. Absolutely stone cold. Ruthless. You will not settle for no subscriber count, because we are close, chat, to another milestone. So I do apologise for not having that up. I hope you can accept the apology. Let me try and get this up for you again, everyone. But you do all keep me on my toes, don't you? Don't. But hey, come on. We need the subscriber count. We'll not settle for anything less. Cadge needs to go to sleep. Now you're up now, Cadge. You're up now. You may as well just. You may as well just stay. Here we go. Ah, why is it different every time? Ah. There you go. There's the old subs count. Oh, I've actually aligned it pretty nice there. Now we can lock that so we don't mess anything around. Oh, we just lost subscribe. Fantastic. You were waiting. You wanted me to put it up so you'd unsubscribe. Are you fun and games? Do I play Assetto Corsa? I do play Assetto Corsa Competizione. In fact, I was playing Assetto Corsa Competizione Thursday night, which is why I had to change the... George Russell's here after his absolute disaster on the last lap in Singapore. Went from bad to worse for the sweaty man, who was in P3 chasing down Lando and Carlos and binned it. So pressure on George Russell here as he walks away from the camera. Maybe Max Verstappen looks very relaxed, I have to say, and focused. Maybe last week was a wake-up call. Maybe it is a reminder that he doesn't like not winning. He sees the cameras on him, he does the football thing. Carlos Sainz is on the looking on the garage at the data. I think a bit of a haircut here for Carlos, but the man looks focused, as we've been saying. John Boss is back off to bed. See you, John Boss. Engagement is key to success, exactly. Ryan, what's your favourite track on Assetto Corsa? Probably Catalunya, where I was racing on Thursday, and there'll be video coming out on that. That was in partnership with Logitech for the G Challenge. The G Challenge is a racing championship for Gs only. You have to be a certified G to race in it. Snowline Spotting Max. Neither can't wait to mess around with AC with a DD more after the comp. I just don't want to get used to it right now. If you don't do sim racing, you'll have no idea what Neither has just said there. In fact, it might even sound offensive. So, where are we? 7 minutes to go, everyone. 7 minutes to go till qualifying is going to start. And I'm waking up. I feel like I'm waking up with you. We managed to we bagged another 12 likes. So big movement there on the light front. And Liam Lawson, by the way, looks like he's going to be frozen out because AlphaTauri want to confirm Daniel Ricciardo to partner Yuki Tsunoda, but Daniel Ricciardo's recovery is not going as fast as planned. If I was AlphaTauri, I wouldn't rush anything. I'd say to Danny, look, we want to sign you, but we just want you to have one more race back just so we can announce you just after that first race, just a formality. Daniel's like, okay, cool. But really, like, Lawson, if you win a race or something, we're going to sign you. Don't tie yourself up, AlphaTauri. Keep things fluid, is what I would say. Need to sing Barcelona just amazing, yes. Yes, indeed. We are getting close now. I think there's only about 5 minutes to go, everyone. Only about 5 minutes to go. And let me know in chat if anyone's watching doesn't know how qualifying works in Formula 1. With the system. Q3, Q2, Q1. Happy to explain. And he says, no need to rush Liam out of a seat. I agree. Don't rush the man out of the seat. I'm actually cold now. It's the first stream I've ever been cold. Ryan says, Landon has a chance. Who's Landon? Yeah, great circuit here at Suzuka. One of my favourite circuits to drive. I was obviously doing a very long race here, which we might actually premiere into tomorrow. 1 hour, 20-minute race. One of my favourite circuits, actually. Lando. Oh, Lando. Yeah, well, the McLarens look good. I reckon Oscar Piastri might want to try and convert something one of these days into a good race result. Soldat says, please explain it. So we're going to start here with Q1, which is the first part of qualifying. We're going to have 18 minutes. The drivers are going to go around and set their fastest times. And at the end of the 18 minutes, we're going to lose the bottom 5 drivers. So 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20, those drivers will be knocked out of qualifying and will proceed to the next part of qualifying. That's how qualifying works these days. Has worked in different ways in the past. We've had one-shot qualifyings. We've had just like an hour slot where you just like go around. It's a free-for-all. We've had qualifying where they all queue up and then they go out. They've tried various things, but for the last, I would say, 15 years probably now, it's been this format. Who were the top 3 on FP3? You've got it right there. Prithvi, Chauhan, 974. Verstappen, Norris and Piastri. That was your top 3. Snow says even the youngest kittens know everything about quali. They're all clued up in snow lions. Do the kittens do they grow up into lions themselves? Kate says, have a warm tea coffee if you are cold. Good advice. Welcome, Martin. Prithvi, I literally just answered you, bro. John Boss, I'll try and be back later. Not even TM. John Boss obviously recovering from his broken collarbone. We wish him the best. Did Mick see the simulator? You're asking a lot. You're expecting a lot from your host here. And Martin again saying, hello everyone. Hello sweet people. Going for a different angle this time in the second comment. Something that they did try in qualifying this year at Zandvoort, if I remember, or maybe it was Monza, was using select compounds in different qualifying sessions. That's not going to be the case here. We're going to probably see everyone qualify on the soft tyre. Used to be that the fast teams were so much faster than the slower teams that they could just qualify on the medium tyre in Q1. But I don't think that really happens anymore. I think the field is just so close. I just don't think they can get away with it. Let us know if you're new in the chat, by the way. Let us know if you're just arriving, if you want to say hello. Would be awesome to have you. And what am I doing? What am I doing here? Okay. Hopefully everything is working. That would be good. Martin says, "Ho, are you doing?" Very rude there, Martin. Limitless, can you tell me leaderboard the brands? Like, what type of car is winning? I'm more new to the fandom. Well, if you're new to the fandom, Red Bull have won every race this season apart from the last one, and Max Verstappen won, I believe, 12 in a row. And he is, I'm not sure if he could win the championship here. I haven't heard much chatter about it. I think Red Bull can win the Constructors' Championship here. So Red Bull, very much a dominant team, but a recent change in fortunes, as it was Carlos Sainz and Ferrari who won the previous race in Singapore, which was a very exciting race. In fact, the most exciting race of the season. We had 4 or 5 cars battling for the win, and I think any of the 5 could have won it from the halfway mark. Marta's epic channel, Murray Walker style commentator, very nice, thank you so much. Proof says 10 in a row. Was it only 10? I thought it was more than 10. Chat, can we confirm how many races did Max Verstappen win in a row? And we are imminently about to start qualifying. Qualifying is imminent. Why don't we actually go over to Ferrari there? Flacker says, "Morning, Funky." Morning to everyone who's woken up, who's with us today. Snow says 10. Ryan says 9. We're in chat. We're all at 6s and 7s here. Oscar Piastri, by the way, has extended his contract. He signed up with McLaren until the end of 2026. They'll be looking to get Lando now as well. They'll want to get Lando signed up. It was 10 for the team and 14 for Red Bull, says William Franco, the certified stat man. And it is, I think, Lance Stroll at the end of the pit lane as we're going to get going, everyone, in Q1. Yes, indeed, qualifying is now underway. Qualifying is underway, and Yuki Tsunoda's AlphaTauri doesn't even have any tyres on it at the moment. So very different approaches there. Snowline saying the first 12 races were won by Red Bull. Yes, indeed. Remember, Sergio Perez has won 2 races this season. How are we doing on the sound front as well? Let me know how we are on the sound front. You can see on the standings there, Lance Stroll and Liam Lawson emerging from the exit of Sector 1. They're out there early. They're out there early. They want to... Early bird catches the worm. Lance Stroll not really having a very good season. Let's be brutally honest here. Let's not sugarcoat it. He's not having one of the seasons of all time, is he? Welcome to Jerome Jordan. Funky's got the emojis out. Nida says the no tyre strike. Yeah, the no tyre glitch. Imagine if you saw like a Formula 1 car just come out and hover. William saying Liam Lawson deserves to drive. Well, he has to earn it. He has to make it so AlphaTauri can't possibly say no. That's what he has to do. The man who no doubt will have driven in Suzuka this year in Super Formula already, so might be more accustomed to the track than some other drivers. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson is out on track nice and early, as we can see. And Lance Stroll is starting his flying lap now. By the way, Ricciardo, I'm hearing, has extended his contract and will remain at AlphaTauri to the end of 2024. So AlphaTauri are doing what we haven't exactly advised them against and sign Ricciardo. Maybe they thought Ricciardo might go somewhere else and they really wanted Ricciardo. And they'd rather Lawson go somewhere else than Ricciardo. But what does that say about AlphaTauri being a junior team for Red Bull and not signing a Red Bull junior driver? Oh, I don't know. Snowlang starting us off saying Stroll is washed. We will see. We will see 18 turns here at Suzuka. Welcome to Alexio Demelio. Raj just says me. Don't know what that means, Raj. Very egotistical of you there. William Ricciardo is the face of Formula 1. Prithvi Valtteri Bottas has more Q3 appearances in a row. Valtteri was just like metronomic. Remember, that car was a lot more... When Mercedes were dominating, the field was a lot more spread. You would never see a Williams in Q3. Pretty much. Ryan saying, come on, Lando. And I'm having a look here at Liam Lawson as he exits the S's in Sector 1. And now approaches Degner 1, the very fast flying right-hander, into Degner 2. Car looks pre-planted, I have to say, from Liam Lawson. He's going to go into the hairpin. How late can he brake? Let's have a look. I'm on board with him. Down to just 44 miles an hour at the hairpin. For Liam Lawson, as he's now going to go into spoon, the double apex left-hander. Chucks it in, absolutely supreme on the grip. So smooth from Liam Lawson. Wow. Little bit of a correction on the exit. I'm going to hopefully stay on board with him through 130R. That's what we want to see. Mr. Director, let me see through 130R. What is it going to be? Is it going to be absolutely flat? Looks like it. Flat in 8th gear through 130R. Now goes into the Casio chicane at the end of the lap. Over the curbs. Looks like he's very familiar with this track. Super planted in the AlphaTauri. And is he going to go provisionally fastest? Yes, he does. With a 131.7. But remember, we saw the Red Bulls. Max Verstappen do a 130.2 in practice, everyone. Oh, a little bit of a moment there. Liam Lawson on exit. Almost ran into someone. As we look like we've got our standings paused, everyone. Liam was signed as Liam was signed as reserve for both drivers, by the way. Liam were reserved for both drivers. As the Ferrari is now coming to track, I might need to tell you what's going on here. So it looks like there's an issue with the telemetry coming out of the circuit. As all the cars are now queuing up. You should do an F1 23 My Team session. I've never been that interested in the F1 games, I have to say. Mir here saying Seb and Alonso in Aston Martin. Well, Seb is at the track. Seb is at the track, everyone. Chat, let us know who's spoiling, who you think's going to maybe be a casualty here in Q1. Who's going to be a casualty in Q1? Let us know.
I think we've had a car run wide.
As Verstappen and Perez are both out on track, starting their fastest laps here, you can see going through the S's. That's where you'd expect the chassis of the Red Bull to be absolutely supreme. Ryan saying Lando. You think Lando's going to be a casualty? We will see. Surely the Williams is going to struggle here with that basic floor. Williams gone for the basic floor edition. Verstappen goes fastest in Sector 1, by the way. 2/10 faster than Sergio P. The Mercedes also going through. How's that going to stack up? Lewis Hamilton goes through Sector 1 and is half a second slower than the Red Bulls. Had to overtake Valtteri Bottas as well. So I'm expecting to see a lightning fast lap here from the Red Bulls. Obviously have to trip over some traffic here in Q1. Raj Singh Ferrari. Vlatka, welcome Lewis and me here as well. Good to see you both. As Verstappen does the fastest X2 as well. Half a second clear of Liam Lawson. I mean, he's going to go maybe 2 seconds. Is he going to go sub 1 minute 30 here? That's the question. Is Max Verstappen going to lay down a real marker? If he goes sub 1 minute 30, wow, 129.8. Max Verstappen is not messing around. That, I think he has been angered by the situation in Singapore because he's just gone 2 seconds quicker than Liam Lawson. Obscene. And almost a second quicker than his teammate Sergio Perez. I mean, these are mad gaps, everyone. Mad gaps. And she got the max line out. I mean, is Max Verstappen just going to really kick into another gear here? And Red Bull going to exercise whatever demons they had from Singapore. Meanwhile, though, I have to say, Lando Norris has just gone fast in Sector 1. Keep an eye on Lando in Sector 1. And Lando's not too much slower in Sector 2. He's had to overtake Charles Leclerc there into the chicane. Maybe he will have been a bit compromised. But keep an eye there on Lando. Can he split the Red Bulls? Can Lando go P2? Let's see. Lando Norris does go P2. Wow. Lando Norris only 2/10 slower than Max Verstappen. Very interesting there. Only 2/10 slower than Max Verstappen for Lando Norris. So the McLarens are looking decent. What about Oscar Piastri? They're not running super close on track. Piastri through Sector 1 was a little bit slower than Lando. What about Sector 2? Again, a little bit slower than Lando. Snow line supporting Lando. Let us know in the chat who you're supporting, by the way. Always great to see. We'll do a roll call later. Let's hold off the roll call. Do a roll call later. Marta, that asphalt is so different than the other track in Singapore. Yes, indeed, a very different circuit here. exceedingly different as Oscar Piastri goes P3. So yes, the McLarens have split the Red Bull. It's a Red Bull sandwich there. Hamilton just saying copy. Fascinating there. 10 minutes to go in Q1. Looks like there might be a yellow flag out somewhere. Is it Logan Sargent? Has Logan Sargent binned it on the last corner? Red flag. Red flag, everyone. Get your red flag emojis out. I think we've got the traditional Logan Sargent binning. It's like Thanksgiving. It's an American tradition. We go to a racetrack around the world. We go into qualifying and Logan Sargent crashes. That is traditions, everyone. As Valtteri Bottas would say, get your red flags out in the chat. Get your red flags out, chat. I want to see them. Because track hazard. I'm getting track hazard. I believe this is Logan Sargent, but I might be wrong. Oh, it's a big one for Logan Sargent. It's a big one. Logan Sargent, the man who just can't stop crashing, has crashed again on the last corner. Very unusual. Did he have a snap on the exit and counter steer into left-hand side like we saw Lance Stroll do? Or did he just run wide, drag a wheel? He's broken the left rear suspension and the front left suspension and his rear wing and his left front side pod. Logan Sargent, take a bow, sir. You've done it again. Absolutely unbelievable. Causing another red flag. The man at Williams. It's 4D strategy from Logan Sargent. He makes sure Williams get their TV time. Win or lose, rain or shine, Logan Sargent is the most consistent at getting Williams in front of the camera. The golf people who sponsor Williams absolutely over the moon. There's a golf boardroom right now and all of the suits are clapping, they're cheering, opening up the beers. There's a mechanic crying there for Williams. A mechanic crying. He's having an existential crisis. He's thinking about handing in his notice. He didn't ask for this. No one expected to have to work this hard when you signed up to be a Williams mechanic. There we go. The red flag's out in chat. Logan Sargent does it again. Unbelievable consistency. The most consistent driver in Formula 1. What happens here? Is it oversteer? A bit of oversteer and then runs into the grass. Embarrassing. Embarrassing, not good enough, and also, I hope he's okay because I think something went into the cockpit there. So yeah, so this week we've seen it's a battle between the North Americans. Last week it was Lance Stroll's turn to crash in Q1. This time Logan Sargent said, hold my beer, don't worry, I got you covered, I'm going to crash. I'm going to crash. And that's what we have. It's a crash for Logan Sargent. We love to see it. Snowline saying, who picked that buffoon? Come on. It's steady on there. Welcome to Roy as well. Martin saying, snap oversteer. Williams, I don't know how Williams still keeping. Right, I want to ask you a question, everyone. As Sky go to James Vowles, the Williams team principal, which is an absolutely brutal thing to do. I love it. Savage. Savage. Bear with me, actually do something here. Yeah, so the question is, everyone, the question is Logan Sargent washed? Can you let me know in the chat, is Logan Sargent washed? That's your question. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you, chat. Is he washed or not washed? Snowline controversially saying Logan Sargent is washed. Prithvi saying Logan the GOAT. The Cabbage Patch saying, what's going on? What stage of quali are we in? We are in Q1 and it's been red flag. That's why we've got the red flag emojis out from chat. Nida USA just does it. I think we should put Nida Drifts in. I think Nida Drifts should be the USA representative in F1 right now. We'll just drift it around. Limited saying Stroll is washed. Roy saying washed. Dan Mays, he's an advertiser, not a racer. He's got a PhD in marketing. Logan Sargent does. Martin says, it feels already this is the end of Dasher, Logan Sargent. Benny Tharbo saying Logan made Latifi look goat. Wow. Davina 100% washed. Yeah, we'll put what needed. You've got to take a flight over, get in there for the race tomorrow. Cabbage Patch, he ain't good, but he's still a rookie, and we've given drivers with worse first years a chance. Cabbage Patch, I beg you, let me know who's had a worse first year than Logan Sargent. Please. He's 21st in a 2020 car season. Size X says morning all from the smoke. Welcome to Size X. Chat, keep them coming in. Is Logan Sargent washed or not? Washed or not washed? The ultimate Saturday morning game show. Anyone remember waking up on Saturday mornings and watching cartoons? Was that a thing for everyone? I had to wake up, right? I used to wake up early on Saturday and watch cartoons like Spider-Man and stuff. But now you can watch up and watch me. I mean, it's so much better, right? It's just so much better. Welcome to Matthew Lumley. Martin saying Massa. Massa was pretty bad in his first season for Sauber, you saying? So I Lawson in his seat next season. Yes, surely. William, they need to take Logan out of the car before he really hurts himself. Well, I thought something went into the cockpit there. Am I streaming the race tomorrow? Yes, indeed. The stream's already up, my friend. Snowline saying nobody is worse than Sargent. What's wrong with Sainz? I don't know what's wrong with Sainz. What's wrong with Sainz? I don't think I think the Ferraris had gone out but hadn't set a time before the red flag. And by the way, with 9 minutes to go, that is the advantage to set a time early. Right, the car is going onto a truck here. The left rear wheel is hanging off. I'm going to have a look here at the crash again. So he goes over the chicane. The left-hander, he rides the curb on the right-hand side, gets a little bit of oversteer and counter-steers himself onto the grass. And once you're on that grass, as I've done in racing sims, you end up going into the barrier because the camber is just slippy. A very amateur mistake, I have to say, to counter-steer yourself into the wall, as we saw with Latifi. I think Williams will say that shows fantastic commitment by Logan Sargent. You should give yourself karting. Yeah, I should become an AI, what do they call it? A VTuber. Maybe it should be a VTuber. I could turn myself into an attractive Japanese, and I should have done it for this race. The views would go through the roof. Prithvi Logan after 14 races, still hitting the wall and spinning. Liam Lawson after 3 races, never binned it. Liam Lawson did bin it. He did spin in Zandvoort qualifying, but he kept out of the wall, if we remember. Japanese fan just looked like so cool. I need to go to Japan, chat. I need to make it happen. Make it so. Martin Massa was quick but crashed a lot in his first year with Sauber in 2002. Welcome to Yan Su and Suzy K. Nicola, new viewer and absolutely sim driving fetus here. Your channel's been very relaxing and informative. Nikolai watching from the womb. Starting early. Welcome to Ringo. Welcome to Perslan06. Good morning, greetings from Poland. Size remembers Tiswas. No idea what Tiswas is. Who did Tiswas drive for? Did he drive for Lola F1 or something? Black says cartoons were a must on each weekend, morning and 7:15. Each evening during the week. David Joe Clot saying washed. It depends. ON the money. Yeah, new Lewis helmet. I want to see it on track. Is the LED going to be on? Needed in Japan, definitely up there. By the way, chat, I want 400 people watching. Let us know now, where in the world are you watching from? I need the energy to wake me up, chat. I need your energy. Let's do nations. Let us know in the chat, where are you watching the stream from? I'm streaming to you from the UK. Meanwhile, the head-to-head at Mercedes for qualifying is 7-8 to George Russell. Very close battle there at Mercedes. Still under red flag conditions. Ryan's watching from England. Mayor saying he's similar to Yuki. Dave deems a swap shop. Don't know what swap shop or Tiswas was. Person saying Poland. Blair's on the beach in Vietnam. Very nice. Watching Inna Jenny from Scotland. Baby Yoda, welcome. Funky, welcome. Ringo from the Philippines. Kate from UK. Snowline from Canada. Sold Out from Netherlands. Roy from Netherlands. Nikolai from Japan. David from Israel. Vlaka, Croatia. Yahail from India. Nida from Texas. Sakuras from Greece. Mio from Singapore. Martin from Netherlands. And Sai from India. Lincoln from USA, Dan Mays from Virginia, Anchi from Serbia, Sainz from the Smoke, Justine from the Philippines, Naughty 40Z Boas from London, Thomas Pan from Taiwan, Motorson from Venezuela, Sandeep just confused, Baby Yoda from England. Welcome along, everyone. Welcome along. Good to have you all with us during this red flag condition. Davina, what was your favourite Saturday morning cartoon? Mine was the Hare Bear Bunch. That sounds ancient. What was my favourite Saturday morning cartoon? I enjoyed... well, for people of my era, there was a bit of a pecking order. If you were in the UK, if you were on ITV, you had sort of premium content. You had stuff like Pokemon. I think Spider-Man was there. You had what was that mutation one? Evolution. Evolution was a good one. You had the Jackie Chan Adventures, going old school now. You had Channel 5 was very basic. You had Beast Wars, which was just crap. And there was another one like Beast Wars that was even worse. The BBC was pretty rubbish as well. You had X-Men, I think, was on as well. So that's what I remember. But let me know in chat. Red flag, what happened? Logan Sargent just decided to crash randomly. The mechanics are looking at the car and shaking their heads because I think the chassis might be really badly damaged here. Neither looks like Albon almost crashed. Maybe the Williams is really hard to drive. Maybe Logan Sargent is one of the best drivers in the world. Mohamed Sakar from Turkey. Leo Lopez watching from Salcedo. Eastern Samar. Shahida watching from South Africa. Megan watching from South Africa as well. Welcome along to everyone around the world. And to Duolingo for subscribing. Duolingo, are you looking for a sponsorship? Duolingo, hit me up. The official Duolingo account has just subscribed. We could do a segment where we learn a new greeting every stream from a different language, sponsored by Duolingo. Duolingo, just give me the old backhander there. Pay us a bit of money. Keep the lights on, and we do a Duolingo sponsored segment. The Duolingo greeting of the day. But speaking of qualifying of the day, the cars are queued up. The Ferraris are queued up, and an AlphaTauri. I don't know which AlphaTauri it is. They might want to have Tsunoda give him a lot of track time here for the Japanese home fans. But the Ferraris don't want to waste any time and they want to get a qualifying run in quickly. Cabbage Patch, do you follow any other sports? I'm a West Ham season ticket holder. So, Champions of Europe. Sizex saying swap shot with Noel Edmonds in the gang. Theodorus van der Oosthuizen from South Africa. And Sandeep saying Logan carrying Latifi legacy. Yes, indeed. Kaj is chilling in Pattaya. Duolingo says, nah, I'm joking around the internet. Duolingo, I thought you were the official account. I thought you were coming here to line up the biggest sponsorship deal of all time. My guy, can you escalate that to your marketing manager? Yeah, the Williams mechanics were not happy. They were not happy at all. Who's in trouble here? Well, Lance Stroll definitely in trouble. And I would say, well, considering that we've got a split from the 29s to the 32s in Q1, it's still to shake down. I'd imagine we're going to see pretty much everyone come out. I think that the top two are definitely safe. And realistically, I'd say that the top 5, 6, 7, 8... I just don't know, actually. I just don't know. Maybe only the top 4 are safe. Wait, why did qualifying stop? Our good friend Logan Sargent been in the car. But qualifying is back underway. We're back underway. Syra Tish is anxious, but we're starting now. Yeah, Funk's in the cars lying on the pits. Cars are ready to go. Carlos Sainz is underway. Japanese fan with some amazing hats. Davina says, go the Hammers. My dad had dinner with Trevor Brooking. Was that planned, or did he just arrive unannounced at Trevor Brooking's house? Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc out on track. There's some sort of luminary here from Ferrari. Oh, it's the Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Ferrari. Luminary. It's the man who runs the show. It's a bit like Bill Gates. Cabbage says, thinks of the Haas mechanics in 2021. Well, I know a Williams mechanic. So I think he's just probably spontaneously combusted there. At least the car's close to the pit lane. Davina says planned. Okay, it was a planned lunch. Very nice. 7 minutes to go in qualifying. Not really an opportunity to mess things up. I suspect the Ferraris are going to do a qualifying lap here, jump in, and then join the mad rush we'll see at the end. And the thing with the mad rush at the end, by the way, Liam Lawson is the AlphaTauri out. The mad rush at the end, there's another luminary here from Ferrari. Who is it? Nope, it's just a lady they focused on. Don't know who she was. If anyone in chat could let us know, I'd be grateful. So the Ferraris probably do a lap here, come in, and then they'll join the mad rush at the end, where there'll be a lot of traffic. Your favourite cousin says play in VR. A message we can all get on board with there. And Raj L saying Tifosi waiting for Ferrari to win. Oh, you're impatient now. You just seen a victory. Just seen a victory. Right, here we go. I'm on board with Charles Leclerc, who is starting his lap time. Charles Leclerc will want to do better than Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is getting the upper hand of the battle here. Mayor says, a Hammers fan, Gunners fan here. We humbly thank you for Declan Rice. Incident involving Leclerc, Guan Yu Zhou and Bottas noted. Failing to follow race director's instruction, maximum lap time. So maybe Leclerc, Bottas and Guan Yu Zhou, two Alfa Romeos and a Ferrari, might be getting a penalty here for driving too slowly. However, we saw Max Verstappen, Teflon Max, evade 3 penalties last week in Singapore. Does that set a precedent? No, the FIA say. They say they're going to treat that as non-precedent, just absolute favouritism of Max Verstappen. There we go. Sizek saying Don Carlos is the boss. We will see. Charles Leclerc goes in P3 there. And where is Carlos Sainz going to slot in? Carlos Sainz going through the last chicane. Let's see. Is Carlos Sainz going to go even faster than Charles Leclerc? No, he doesn't. 3/10 slower. So Charles Leclerc wins that particular battle. Those cars are going to keep a decent pace on. Jump back in the pits with about 4 minutes to go. In fact, about 3 minutes. It's going to be touch and go for the Ferraris to go out again. And is Carlos Sainz safe? Is Carlos Sainz safe? Or with Liam Lawson only going 3/10 slower? I'm not sure Carlos Sainz is safe. So the Ferraris might not be looking as strong here. Raj just wants more win, yes indeed. Martin says, no, sorry to say, it was always Josh the boss. Josh the boss for Verstappen, obviously. And Sai Ritish Karapati is predicting a McLaren pole today. Look how awesome the Japanese fans are, by the way. Are the Japanese fans the best fans? The tidiest fans? Japan, man. Japan is like living in the future, isn't it? Literally. Offbeat says Lawson. Liam Lawson. That's going to take off. That. We should make some t-shirts saying Liam Lawson on them. Who is out on track? No one at the moment. But have a look at the Ferraris here. And Liam Lawson. They are going to come in. Sainz is going to come in with about 3 minutes to remain. And they're going to be coming into the pits as other cars are going to be coming out. So not a lot of time to change any front wing or anything like that they want to do within parfait conditions. I think, by the way, the Mercedes are getting ready to leave. So you're going to see a flurry of cars exiting Sector 1, I believe, here. As the Ferraris are going to come in. I'm just following this story because I wonder if we see the lap times really tumble. If we see them really tumble, then... By the way, Logan Sargent was going purple there on his lap time. Was it one of the laps of all time? Logan Sargent was cooking on that lap. He says, great. Sizek saying, Japan, Tokyo is where I experienced my first earthquake. You never forget your first earthquake, do you? How was it, Sizek? Let us know. And we can see here, yes, Sergio Perez is leading the train. Guan Yu Zhou. I wonder if we're going to see some traffic here. Keep an eye on a traffic situation. And Hamilton's saying so much traffic, it's only going to get worse. The predicted knockout time from Amazon is 1:31.1, which would see Hamilton on the cusp. But I think the traffic could get bad here because look at Sergio Perez. He is coming into the last corner. By the way, the LED is not on the Hamilton helmet as we expected. Hulkenberg will be close, offbeat saying, get ready everyone for some drama here in Q1 with just 2 minutes 20 to go. We've got to be careful. Where are the Ferraris going to come out? And is Sergio Perez going to run into the back of anyone? There is a lot of traffic in the pit lane as the cars are basically sorting themselves out in the pits. They're not all going out bunched up and then sorting out in 130R. That must have been the directive from the FIA saying don't sort the gaps out on the track, sort the gaps out as you come out onto the pits. That's the sort of insight that we just are not getting from Formula 1, but that clearly has been a brief there. So you can see the cars coming out and see Sergio Perez and Liam Lawson, I think Sergio Perez is going to run into the back of Liam Lawson here because Liam Lawson is on an out lap and Sergio Perez on the hot lap. The Ferraris, meanwhile, are not even out yet, so the Ferraris going to just stay in. So this could be terrible news. The Ferraris are not going to make it round again. By the way, Liam Lawson is just going to make it round, and you can see Guan Yu Zhou and Lewis Hamilton swapping positions. It's all chaos here. It's very chaotic. There goes Sergio Perez overtaking Liam Lawson around Spoon, and he'll have to overtake Fernando Alonso as well. Liam Lawson has a minute to get to the start line, which he's just going to be able to do, but it's not going to be comfortably close. So it's all a bit chaotic here, and the Ferraris are not going to make it out. Because of that red flag, the Ferraris are not going to come out. Roy is saying the Ferraris are safe. We will see, Roy. We will see. We will see what happens. Sergio Perez, meanwhile, how's he going to do? Is he going to improve even? 130.6 does not improve. No improvement for Perez. Alonso starts his fastest lap. Guan Yu Zhou and Liam Lawson are sort of tripping over each other. Liam Lawson is going to start his fastest lap. Guan Yu Zhou has just finished his. Guan Yu Zhou does not improve. Was he impeded by Liam Lawson? We'll see. But looks like Guan Yu Zhou is probably going to get knocked out. Nico Hulkenberg goes 14th. He's on the cusp of making it through. Hamilton starts his fastest lap. No, Hamilton. No, that was Hamilton's fastest lap. Oh, dearie me. I tell you what, the traffic here is a little bit mad, and I'm having a look. Lewis Hamilton in P11, Fernando Alonso is on the fast lap, but he's down in P13. Who are the big names that we might see knocked out here? Yuki Tsunoda. Where is Tsunoda? Where's Tsunoda? Tsunoda's still going to set his lap time. He might get through, but at the moment he's on the cusp. Valtteri Bottas we might expect to go down, and actually, sorry, Lewis Hamilton looks like is starting a fast lap. I'm all at sea here. I do apologise because of all the traffic. It's very difficult for me to follow. We've got some drivers who have set their lap times and not set the world alight, like Esteban Ocon. And we've got some drivers who I think just got over the line before the timing line. So absolute chaos here. Absolute chaos. And it might be the case that Yuki Tsunoda, who's just gone over, yeah, he set P7 30.7, so he is up there actually in that sort of Ferrari time. But I'm looking at Fernando Alonso, who's just going to come over. He's almost in the drop zone. He needs to improve and get out of P15. Let's have a look, and he does so. Goes up to 11. That pushes Lance Stroll's down there. Liam Lawson is definitely safe. He goes P4. Lewis Hamilton is very close to being knocked out. Lewis Hamilton will need to improve here, really. If there's anyone behind him, he might be able to knock him out. Nico Hulkenberg. Hamilton goes up to P10. Hamilton was probably going to be safe. So we've got Stroll and Hulkenberg and Guan Yu Zhou, who are all, by the way, they've missed it. That's it. That's where we are. Alex Albon, by the way. No, Alex Albon goes through. Sorry. Albon pushes Valtteri Bottas out. That was the last driver on a flying lap. There we go. That is your standings for Q1. It was Alex Albon out of nowhere who's pushed out Valtteri Bottas. So 30.9 ended up being the cutoff there. The Ferraris were indeed safe. You can see that there was 9/10 between Lando Norris in P2 and Magnussen in P15, and it was Valtteri Bottas getting knocked out in P16. So we've lost Valtteri Bottas, Lance Stroll, Nico Hulkenberg, Guan Yu Zhou, and Logan Sargent. So again, you'd say that Alex Albon, performing better than both the Alfa Romeos. Aston Martin looking in big trouble, and it's Lance Stroll, the driver, has been knocked out. And we've lost Nico Hulkenberg as well. So a lot of the teams that seem to struggle at high downforce tracks may be really losing a lot of time in Sector 1. In fact, if you look at the Sector 1 times, you can see that Hulkenberg lost 6/10 over Lando Norris in Sector 1 alone. VNR saying the Alpines are up. Yes, indeed, we saw the Alpines. Granny Joe saying I got blocked. The AlphaTauri fully blocked me and that had traffic. Copy I will report and Alfa Romeo ran wide. There may have been a lot of blocking there because it looked like a very busy track, everyone. Yes, indeed, on the Alpines, the team that got a podium in Monaco and Zandvoort, they might fancy themselves here as well. Well done, Alex Needed Drift says. By the way, if you're new here, please do hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 59k this weekend, and we're on 84 likes. So please deploy your like. Hit that like button right now. It'll make you feel good. You get a nice animation. It makes me feel good as well, as we're going to go into Q2. Nico Hulkenberg's trainer looks exactly like Nico Hulkenberg. Nico Hulkenberg's trainer looks like he ate Nico Hulkenberg. Haas, Offbeat is saying the Haas looks terrible. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Chempies. Size saying Mother Earth rules. Purse Lane, who's going to win in Japan? Oh, hard to bet against Max Verstappen here. But we might see some impeding penalties. Might see some impedance. We will see. Yes, exactly the same lap times for the Mercedes car. And that battle is in qualifying over the season is 8 to George Russell, 7 to Lewis Hamilton. So a very close battle there at Mercedes. Good spot there from Prithvi Chauhan. Ryan, you should have a light counter. We should do, but you can see the light. Oh, we just pumped it up over 100 there. A big injection on the light front. So Isaac saying the Raging Bull will win. I'm going to take this opportunity just to restart the session, actually. So right now we're waiting to go into Q2. If you bear with me, I'll only have to do this once. I'll only have to do it once. We'll get this going. We'll get the vibes. I can take a little break from my voice. This is where we go to an advert. YouTube always says YouTube's like go to an advert. Oh, it didn't even take me back to where I was, bro. Like bro. There you are, Suzuka. That is a series of corners just before Logan Sargent having his big crash. As we're gonna go to practice one. Here we go.
Is the radio okay now? Yep, radio's
and we are back. Jack saying Paul Lawson no drive in 2024. Could there be a home Grand Prix for New Zealand? Where's the track in New Zealand? Offbeat hoping for a Russell P3. Heil Kaj says let's applaud Sargent. Ryan's got to get ready for a match. Good luck, Ryan, in your match. You're playing football. I used to play football on Saturday mornings. And right now in England, the pitches start getting muddy. They start getting frozen hard. You have to wear your studs, come back all muddy. But good days. MotoGP is making its debut here. Is that debut at Suzuka? That's where you got the MotoGP entry we just saw there. Offbeat Stroll out, Lawson in. Daddy Stroll adopts Liam. Needed Drift, they got some good ones apparently. In New Zealand. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. As we're getting ready for Q2, everyone, it's going to be a 15-minute session in Q2. Lance Stroll knocked out again in Q1, by the way. Stroll's on the radio saying, let's stay in the car in case of deleted laps. Well, they're going to need 2 deleted laps. So, Aston Martin asking Lance Stroll to stay in the car in case of deleted laps. Drama. Yahel saying Liam Lawson's just a great rookie. Offbeat, rain and football goes hand in hand. Yes, indeed. Lots of Verstappen fans here in the stands at Suzuka. Awesome to see. Ash Stewart, Hampton Downs. I thought Hampton Downs was that rap song by Drake and that other guy. I thought that was Hampton Downs. Raj just saying 16. Don't know what that means, Raj, but I'm happy for you. Whatever it is. Yes, we lost Bottas, Lance Stroll, Nico Hulkenberg, Guan Yu Zhou, and Logan Sargent. We've all lost out of the session Q1, and now we go into Q2. It's going to be 15 minutes to decide our top 10 drivers for the top 10 shootout. And having a look at that, you'd say the Mercedes are on the cusp, and maybe the Ferraris had more pace, because the Ferraris, by the way, didn't have to do an extra run in Q1. Neither did the Red Bulls or the McLaren. So those teams have saved an extra soft tyre. And that extra soft tyre could come in handy in the last runs, for example, in Q3. Welcome to Tanzila Sahi and Janice Suliga. Nida, I'm not too sure, but I know they've got some competitive Formula Series and they've got some great drift tracks. Natasha says, good morning, Europe. Good after Asia. Kevin Magnussen just made it through there by the skin of his teeth. After we saw both Haases get through to Q3 in Singapore, they blow sort of holding car. There's some Japanese granddad just sleeping there. Just sleeping by the side of the track. Having a nice snooze. It's all systems go at Red Bull. All systems go at Red Bull. It looks like Max Verstappen has taken the field here by surprise and is out on track first. Even out on track ahead of the Red Bull. So maybe Verstappen and Red Bull, they want to get their lap times done early and not have to do a second run again. If possible, we will see. Mivan saying MotoGP is here in India. We want F1. Yeah, MotoGP in India, although very controversial. A lot of people saying that the infrastructure can't really handle it. Some issues with visas and whatnot, but probably more motorcyclists in India than any other country. So hopefully they can make a success of that, Dorna. VNR says, am I the only person impressed by the consistency and pace of Lawson? I don't think so. I think a lot of people are. 16 means Charles Leclerc. Very nice. The number 55 is Carlos Sainz. Nida, I'm curious if Liam will make it this round after taking 3 laps because of tyres. We will see. Yeah, Liam Lawson, did he do an extra run as well? Tanzila saying hi from Denmark. Are you supporting Kevin Magnussen, the Dane? Let us know in the chat. We are underway in Q2, everyone. We can see that Verstappen and Alex Albon are the first drivers out on track, followed by the Ferraris of Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. These are the drivers that want to get out, catch the early worm. Bevan, please can you do MotoGP too? You know what? I'd love to do MotoGP. We'll have a look into that. I'd love to do MotoGP. I'll get in touch with Dorna. Danzila says, no, I'm part Dutch. So you got a part Dutch living in Denmark, supporting Max Verstappen, watching the Japanese Grand Prix from a stream originating from the UK. What a global thing that is, everyone. As Max Verstappen starts his flying lap in Q2, followed by Alex Albon. So keep an eye on the sector times, everyone. Roy saying Liam is a good rider. Yes, indeed. And getting a message on the radio saying track evolution is 2 or 3 tenths. So the track, as the track grips up, it's particularly high speed corners here, like 130R, we might see the track get faster to the end of the session. But Max Verstappen is on the move, 31.2 through sector 1. It is fastest. What can Alex Albon do? Expect to see a big difference there between the two drivers. Meanwhile, Charles Leclerc does the fastest sector 2 on his outlap. Are we witnessing that? The Ferraris are turning up the wick. And you can see that Alex Albon is a second slower through sector 1. That is a big difference, but a difference I would expect due to the different characteristics of the two different cars there. Said different too many times. Jonathan saying, go Kevin Magnussen, character supporting Magnussen. Dan, would I ever do an endurance race? What do you mean? I've done 24-hour races in real life. Where's my helmet, by the way? Where's my helmet? I need to get my helmet back on stream. I dare you to swear. Show that Williams livery is the best on the grid. It is so beautiful. Let's have a look here. Max Verstappen goes over the line. Is it going to be a low 129? It's not. It's a high 129. 129.9. That was good enough in Q1. What about Alex Albon goes 131.5? That is not going to cut it, considering the cutoff in qualifying was 131.0. Now let's keep an eye on the Ferraris. Remember, Charles Leclerc was really on it. He's got some traffic to negotiate. Already had to get past one Alpine in Esteban Ocon. Now he's got to get past Pierre Gasly before Spoon. Gasly's going to pull over to the right-hand side. Just let Charles Leclerc go, I would assume, into Spoon without compromising him. Don't want to risk getting a penalty. And here comes Charles Leclerc down the back straight. I think there's a speed trap there. Going to go over. We'll get a sector 2 times as he tears into 130R. absolutely flat out. Charles Leclerc 140.7 is not too far behind. Max Verstappen is not too far behind, and the very short sector 3. What is Verstappen going to do here? Keep an eye. How close can he get to Max Verstappen? Here comes Charles Leclerc. It is a 130.4. Half a second off. Keep an eye on Carlos Sainz as well. Carlos Sainz, how can he do compared to Charles Leclerc? For Carlos Sainz, it is a 131.1. Very slow. A second slower than Max Verstappen. Was he impeded? That isn't going to cut it. Sainz will need to go again in this session. Wow. Maybe Carlos Sainz running into a bit of traffic there. We saw the Mercedes do a very interesting strategy in Singapore, going out a bit later and avoiding a lot of traffic. Maybe Ferrari haven't quite got it right. Manvik Nager is supporting McLaren. Welcome back, Manvik. He's been liking the videos as well. Carl saying New Zealand doesn't have a FIA level track. Ah, okay. Tanzila, welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the community. We've got a Discord of over 3,500 people, by the way, where you can hang out in between the streams. Jenny, what's the chances Williams offering a seat for Liam Lawson? I would say potentially quite high. Except, would Liam Lawson rather be a Red Bull reserve or a Williams driver? Interesting one. Interesting. For me, I take the bird in the hand over the bird in the bush. But look at Daniel Ricciardo being an F1 reserve driver now, getting the AlphaTauri seat. Lewis Hamilton goes P4 for a split second, and then George Russell pits in. Look how close the Mercedes drivers are to each other there. And the track feels like it's slower here. The track feels like it's just slower, chat. Sergio Perez goes P2. So we've got 2 Red Bulls, 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercedes, and we're going to see the McLarens come now as Lando Norris does the fastest sector 1 out of anyone. But then Oscar Piastri goes faster. Keep an eye, everyone, on the McLarens. Looking absolutely supreme through sector 1. 800 people watching. Thanks so much, everyone. I'm sure we're going to hit the big 1,000. But keep an eye on the McLarens. Keep an eye on those McLarens. Are they going to hit any traffic? I don't think so, because Alonso on the fast lap. So there's going to be no traffic here from the McLarens as they go around. Spoon for Lando Norris, and Piastri now opens it up. Let's have a look here for Lando Norris through sector 2. What's it going to be? A 40.8. How's that going to cut it? He's just going to be a couple tenths slower right now than Max Verstappen, but it looks like the McLarens might be the best chance here of taking it to the Red Bulls. How are they going to be through sector 3? Keep an eye on Lando Norris's time as he goes over the last sector. How close can he go? Not that close. 3 tenths off. 3 tenths off. And here comes Oscar Piastri. Goes faster. Piastri goes faster than Lando Norris. Piastri does close. Here we go. Piastri, the man with the new contract. Relatively close to home here as well. So Piastri out qualifies. So, you know, Lando Norris for that lap. It's all provisional, obviously. Welcome to Carl and Jocelyn. Appcheck, they contacted Daniel. Welcome to George Rogers in the chat as well. Sush Ruthven Srihada saying it's hammer time. Welcome to Paul Snell. Dutch van lifer watching in Portugal. Very nice. So who is in the drop zone? Wow, well, I would say everyone below Charles Leclerc is definitely in that drop zone from what we've seen in Q1. The Alpines just couldn't get it hooked up. What is going on here with the track evolution, everyone? Can get an onboard of George Russell on the exit of Spoon, who went very wide, so he was compromised. He was compromised there. 1,000 people watching. Hope you've all got your tea or your coffee or your beers. Good luck, Ryan. Keep us updated. Take your phone onto the pitch. This is Q1. This is Q2, everyone. Right. I think it's going to get very exciting now, everyone, in the last 6 minutes of Q2, because I think anyone below Charles Leclerc is in the drop zone, as the kids would call it. Sushism has retracted the message. If you're going to say something, stand behind the message and defend it. That's what we're all about in this chat. What's your phone number? Yeah, let me just give it to you, mate. Gazzy, I felt something between my feet in the cockpit. It could be a snake. You've seen snakes on a plane. Now it's all about You've seen snakes in the plane, now it's all about... Why do I think that would work? I'll do it. You've seen snakes in the plane, now it's all about cheetahs in a car. Why did I think that rhymed? Why did I think cheetah would rhyme with car? Cheetah car. Ah, sorry, I messed that one up, chat. Tanzania, who's the best in 2021? Sal Palo? I've no idea, my friend. Right, Alex Albon is out on track. Alex Albon is track. What is in Gasly's car, by the way? What is in Gasly's car? 2 out of 10. Look, I tried, you know? I committed to it. You can't say I didn't fully commit to that. I went full send, and I've fully, you know, Logan Sargent it into the barrier there. Alex Albon, the only car on track. Interesting game for a different strat here. They're maybe just trying to get some airtime, to be honest, for the sponsors, because it's going to be difficult for Alex Albon to get into Q3. Maris, is K-Mag going to go out? I don't know what's going on with K-Mag. Why is K-Mag not gone out in that? Maybe they don't think there's any point. Maybe they're just going to save on the fuel. We will see. We will see. Well, I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you deliver that one, George. You're giving it all the big ones there in chat. Ashton, he sent the bit. Fatal success, you have my respect. You know, I'm at full send. Projected knockout time is 1:30.7, which would see, I think, Charles Leclerc on the cusp there. Tansy, can we play an actual game later? You can play. I'm going to give you permission to play. Oh, Alex Albon's going to come out and do his flying lap just as everyone else is coming out of the pits. Again, there's a queue in the pit lane, and there's clearly been an FIA directive to say wait in the pits, do not go out until 10 seconds has passed from the car ahead of you. They're trying to avoid a situation. I know exactly what they're trying to do, chap. They're trying to avoid a situation where you have someone on a flying lap at 130R and someone not. That's what they're trying to do. So that's why you're seeing the cars come out with a gap. So even though we saw in Singapore Max Verstappen get investigated for waiting in the pit lane, in Suzuka they're actually mandating the cars to do that. Welcome Jolanda Vestige. Did anything fun happen in FP3 while I was asleep? No idea, because I was asleep also. No idea, honestly. It could have been the most exciting FP3 in history, I wouldn't know. Welcome Sam says early morning. Kevin Magnussen hasn't reached Q3 in Suzuka since his rookie season with McLaren in 2014. And he is out on track now for the K-Mag fans. So what did Alex Albon do, by the way? Well, he went 1:30.5. Hang on. 5D chest potentially from Alex Albon. 1:30.5 could be ahead of the cutoff. And Oscar Piastri is stopped in the pit lane. Disaster for Piastri. Disaster for Piastri. He's stopped in the pit lane. An issue for Piastri here. Or maybe they think, maybe they just want to wheel him back. They don't think he needs to go. Piastri came out and has now stopped in the pit lane. Where do I live? On the green planet of Earth. Oscar Piastri looks like he deliberately ducked out of the queue. So Piastri ducked out of the queue. Maybe Piastri thought he's not going to make it round. So they aborted the lap and they're going to roll him back in. Big brain strategy there for McLaren. Big brain strategy. Rajas, do you think Alonso will make it to Q3? Welcome, Paul, by the way, to the community. Good to see some welcomes there for Paul. Where are we right now? Leclerc goes fastest in Sector 2 out of anyone, so we've got to keep an eye on the lap times, everyone. Keep an eye. George Russell goes on his flying lap. Sonoda is going to start his flying lap. Charles Leclerc is going to finish his flying lap because he came out earlier. Is he going to improve? Oh my word, Charles Leclerc goes fast in Q2. The Ferraris have got some pace here, everyone. Charles Leclerc goes fastest in Q2. Gasly is going to start his lap. Leclerc's going to pull over. Carlos Sainz also goes very close. It's very close between the top three there. Here comes K-Mag. He goes P9. Is that going to be ahead of the cutoff? We will see. I mean, K-Mag's gone ahead of the both Mercedes here. Here comes Lewis Hamilton. Needs to improve to get in the top 10. Hamilton does. He goes P3. What about Liam Lawson? It's all going to change here. Is Sergio Perez at risk? Is Sergio Perez at risk here? Liam Lawson goes P10, but surely he's going to get knocked out. Alonso's in P9. Who else is coming through? Ocon's going to try and knock out Liam Lawson. Where does... Oh, no, he can't. Ocon's out. Ocon's out. What about Sergio Perez? Is he going to abort his lap times? I think he's safe. No, Perez goes P3. He's definitely safe. George Russell needs a big lap. Otherwise, he's going to get knocked out. Needs to be a big lap here for George Russell to get into the top 10. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Goes P7. And it's now Liam Lawson's been knocked out. Liam Lawson's been knocked out. Who else on the flying lap? It is Pierre Gasly. Between Gasly and Tsunoda. Right. What can Gasly do? Keep an eye on Gasly here. Gasly is the only man who can lock out Fernando Alonso. It's between Gasly and Alonso. Gasly goes over and Alonso gets through. Gasly doesn't improve. There we go. That is our cue to everyone. So we lose Liam Lawson, just missing out. Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, Esteban Ocon, and I was say Pierre Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen there. Laura says, why is he only showing one driver? Just blatant favoritism. So there, oh, I haven't done my board. So there we go. Alonso making it through, even though Lance Stroll couldn't make it out of Q1. Oh, 6:58 it says on my board. Obscene. Absolutely obscene there. Whew. Isn't Earth a blue planet? Yeah, it is. I got it wrong, actually. Dim Dom Short saying Piastri, 5D chest set from Piastri. Unless they're going to get a penalty for having to pull his car back in. I think the queue was just too long. This FIA directive that probably no one understands, it hasn't been publicised, is catching people out. Offbeat saying Paul Lawson. Nida says I was right about Liam. Yes, indeed. Marky, how long left in Q2? Nothing. George, you've seen snakes on a plane. Now you're seeing Leclerc on a hype train. Yeah, but it's about something in Gasly's car, George. We gotta work within constraints here. We've got to work within constraints. I rate the full send, but we've got to work within that constraint. Yeah, pour a beer out in the chat, pour a drink out in the chat for Liam Lawson. Let's pour one out for Lawson there, because Liam Lawson is driving for his career, really. And if he was to get through into Q3, he again, you know, AlphaTauri, would they tear up Daniel Ricciardo's contract? Where are the drinks? Is this a drink? Oh no, it's a fondue. I've put a fondue in the chat by mistake. Accidental fondue content for you there. Now I can't get out. Why can't I get... Ah, regret. Ah. Fondue in, it's happened. Pierre being lame, don't know what that means. Tanzer says, go on Digital Gaming, I dare you. I double dare you. Ringo's also got the fondue out. Marky, who do you think will get pole? Well, you let us know in the chat, because we're now getting ready for Q3, everyone. Time for Q3 here in Suzuka. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And it surely has to be Max Verstappen, but look at Charles Leclerc putting in an absolutely monster lap. Are we going to see the third pole position for a row for Ferrari? Let us know in the chat if you're the Tifosi. Let us know in the chat if you're the Tifosi, everyone. Oh, there we go. People pouring various stuff out. She says snakes and playing cars on the lane. Nope. Not going to fly that one. Prithvi saying, in a reverse grid, Logan would be P1. Prithvi, you should apply to Sky, mate, to be their stats person. With stats like that. Nida, I think we see a 29.3 from Max in Q3. Wow, Nida's going low 29s. Sam Liam, Daniel safe. I think Tsunoda is the one who needs to worry. They won't kick out an experienced drive with a huge marketability, especially a new title sponsor. Yeah, but Yuki Tsunoda, big in Japan, as they say. Natasha Tifosi got the emojis out. Naughty Boaz Tifosi. George was saying it was my contextualised effort. Fair play. Ragavir Das say Max will be 30 seconds ahead of everyone. We will see. Our top 10 shootout is going to be Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, Carlos Sainz, Oscar Piastri, Yuki Tsunoda, George Russell, Lando Norris, by the way. That gamble to not send out Lando paid off, but I tell you what, if Lawson had really hooked it up, and Gasly as well, because only 1,000th of a second, a millisecond between Gasly and Lawson, could have been egg on the face for Lando Norris there. Welcome to Dim Don Shorts. Let's do it again, by the way. 1,200 people watching. Let us know in the chat, where are you watching from? Let's get the tsunami of nations. Let us know which country you're watching from. I want to feel the vibes. I want to feel the vibes. Laura's got the love hearts out for Charles. Let us know where you're watching from. I'm streaming from the UK. It's obscenely early. But I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a full English breakfast from Wetherspoons. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to the pub and get a breakfast. Here we go. Ragavir saying India. Nida saying USA. Jack is watching from New Zealand. Mike from the USA. Marky from UK. Carl from New Zealand. Persan from Poland. Natasha from the Philippines. Roy from Netherlands. Tamana from Singapore. Welcome, Tamana. Hope you enjoyed the Grand Prix last week. Raj from India. Ashton from North Carolina. William from New York. M from the UAE. Emma Torres from the USA. Vino from France. Uday from India. Turner from the US. FWT from the UK. JQ from Abu Dhabi. MD from Australia. Jolanda from Netherlands. Ryan Clark from Canada. JTX Stuttgart. Nathan from Canada. Atmosphere from Netherlands. Storm from Germany. No from Australia. Dutch from Netherlands. Cash from Thailand. Davina from Missouri. Letitia from UK. Farhad from Bangladesh. Prithvi from India. Mohammed Shakar from Turkey. Charles Kurt Daniels from the Philippines. Werewolf Production from Netherlands. Abdullah from Bangladesh. Mads from USA. Charles Kurt from Philippines. Steve from Saudi. Paul from Portugal. Ruud from Loon from Netherlands. Elena from Serbia. Ninja from Suzuka. Lua from Slovakia. Taiwan. Dion from Sweden. Thor from Germany. Abdullah Advi from Bangladesh. Sherry from Thailand. Rich from US. Last Batch from Canada. Alex from Tasmania. Cash from Singapore. Freed from India. Charles from Philippines. Consul from South Africa. Joel Leeton from Greece. Brad from Bahrain. SP from Italy. Bennett from Venice. Enki from Georgia. Sai from India. Charlotte from UK. Vlatka, Croatia. Rafa from Dubai. Martin, Netherlands. Antti from Serbia. NK from Georgia. Hazras from Malaysia. Goodwill Zanusi from Namibia. And Natalia Siddiqui from the Philippines. And Red from Pakistan. Red from Philippines. Freed from India. Ezra from Zambia. Sularine from India. What an awesome nations that one. What a rundown. Who won? I think Philippines and India are very well represented. Anyone doing a tally? George, thank you so much for volunteering in the chat there. Mio from Singapore. Lizetti from Latvia. Nicola from Australia. CT from Singapore. Freed, you double voted there. Your vote is now invalid. Last Batch said, I hope watching this helps my F1 Work League. Yes. Are you winning your F1 Work League? We should do an F1 Fantasy League or something. We should be sponsored by the F1 Fantasy Sing. That's it. I need to reach out for them. Chat, is there anyone watching out of the 1,000 people who works for a company and you're like, you know what, we'd sponsor this stream? I'm telling you, every 15 minutes, we'll shout out your product. Drag Killer, Thomas, KB, Werewolf, Nathan Payne, Last Bastion, Stephen, welcome to the community, my friends. And here we go for Q3, 12 minutes underway. 12-minute final shootout, everyone. Verstappen out on track, going early. Perez, then Hamilton, then Piastri. Tsunoda. What can Tsunoda do in front of his home fans? We will see. Probably knows the Suzuka track very well, I'd imagine. But I might be wrong. Welcome to Ali Burgess. Opening up the bar early in London. Funky welcoming all new subscribers. Harry's watching from Luxembourg. Luxembourg GP. On the streets of Luxembourg. What are we thinking? Could you do a Benelux GP? Natasha saying Vamos Ferrari, Forza Ferrari. Rich Brooks saying go on Yuki. Let us know who you're supporting. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like Europe's still sleeping. Rest of the world dominating today. It's all about rest of the world today. R.O. Dub. Okay, here we go. Is Max Verstappen going to dominate this qualifying? We will see. Welcome to Joe Mercedes on the main, gracing us with the main channel today. When Joe Mercedes comes out, he doesn't come on the alt channel, he comes on the main. Last Bastion saying Lando, Marky saying Lewis, Ragivir saying Red Bull will dominate. Well, we will see. Aston 3M, but F1 is life. F1 is life. Yes, indeed. Okay, so Max Verstappen starts his flying lap. I'm going to have a look at him through 130R on his warm-up. He's very casual through here, not like Charles Leclerc, who was absolutely tearing through his outlap sectors. Keep an eye on Sector 1 here for Max Verstappen. He goes purple all the way through. What's it going to be? Sector 1 is a 30.8. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds fast. And meanwhile, I think Verstappen is tearing it up here. I think Verstappen is about to drop one of the laps of all time. I think he's about to drop one of the laps of all time here, chat. Yes, nice one. Yeah, we'll do that, Jack. Don't worry about the video. Ignore that. Not important. Here we go. Max Verstappen. Lando Norris, meanwhile, trying to match him. Here comes Lando trying to match Max Verstappen in Sector 1. It's going to be a battle here, I think, between Verstappen and Lando and Oscar. And what can the Ferraris do? The Ferraris keeping their powder dry. They might be looking at a track evolution. Here we go. Fastest again. Sector 2 for Max Verstappen. What has Lando got? Lando's 2 tenths behind. Lando can't hang with Verstappen here. Verstappen goes around the Casio chicane at the end. What's it going to be? Is it going to be a low 1 minute 29 for Max Verstappen? Let's see. Here we go. It is a low 1 minute 29. It's a 1:29.0 provisional pole position for Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez won't be able to hang with that. That is a beastly time there from Max. Absolutely obscene. Goes 1 second, 1.5 seconds quicker than Sergio Perez. 1.5 seconds quicker. Generational talent. Oh my word. Almost 2 seconds quicker than Lewis Hamilton. This is insane. This is mad. What about Piastri? Piastri only 4 tenths slower. Keep an eye on Lando now. And Yuki Tsunoda, the last 2 drivers on track to go around. What can Tsunoda do? 131.1. And here comes Lando. Can he split? Can he go PT? Provisional PT for Lando? No, he can't. Slower than Oscar Piastri. So Piastri goes PT. But I tell you what do we rate for that time for Max Verstappen? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Come on, chat. I'm expecting more vibes here. Let's get... This is Q3, everyone. There's 7 minutes to go. Are we going to see Max dominate? It's 4 tenths quicker. Neither noting that Perez did not use clean tyres. Not fresh tyres for Sergio P on that lap. But what about that for Max Verstappen? Can it even be touched? Welcome to Kevin. Can it even be touched? Or is he straight up clear? Ah, Weatherspoon's breakfast. Yes. Can you get a beer this early at Weatherspoons with a breakfast? Does anyone let me know you're asking for a friend? Carl Willis says lightning. 9 from Abdullah. Abdullah 9 out of 10. We're going to see here whether anyone can actually beat that time. But I'm surprised at how slow Lewis Hamilton was, who's on his in-lap. Meanwhile, George Russell is now going around on his flying lap, and so is Fernando Alonso. Just let me know for science in chat. Just let me know for science. But here we go then, everyone. This is it. This is going to be what sets the grid for tomorrow. And it's going to be, if anyone can get close to Max Verstappen, it's going to be huge. If anyone can get close, it's going to be a mad one. So we will see. George Russell, meanwhile, is not threatening to set any purple times. Vienna, where the Ferrari's at? Where the Ferrari's at, dog? Well, they are obviously going for just a 1 flying lap strategy here in Q3. Fernando Alonso out on track. I don't know whether George Russell and Alonso are going to get to do 2 flying laps, or this is their flying lap. So a lot of people thinking about different ways of doing the track evolution. George doing the Inter Esports track. Okay, we'll see. Meanwhile, here comes George Russell. What's George Russell going to do as he goes over the line? We will see. It is going to be a... Oh, no, it wasn't. Sorry, it was an outlap. It was an outlap. So this is going to be probably it for George Russell. Only 1 flying lap. My bad. My bad there. No, this is now the flying lap for George Russell and Fernando Alonso. So very different strategies here. I was assuming that was their flying lap and then they were going to come in again, but this is going to be it. They're not going to be able to do another lap, I believe. Abdullah, am I a Ferrari fan? Does something give it away? Jack says Wasabi. Don't know what that means, but we're going to have to just straight up ban you from the stream for that. Straight up. The mods have done it. It's a ban. You are banned forever. Right, here we go then. George Russell, what can you do? And when are we going to see the other drivers come out? We're going to see the Ferraris who are very bold. Maybe this is because the Red Bulls and the Ferraris, I believe, have been accumulating... Sorry, the Red Bulls and McLarens have been saving new softs. And that's why they've been able to go out and get some banker laps in. The Ferraris don't have that luxury, I believe. Welcome to Martha Tech, Just and Hector. You can get beer at Spoons in the morning. Very nice. I will let my friend know that. Light Plus saying Ferrari minimum P2. Minimum P2. Okay. Here we go. What's George Russell going to do? Is he going to go fast Lewis Hamilton? Let's see. Keep an eye on Russell faster than 1 minute. Yes, he does. Wow. Very solid lap there from Russell. Going within 2/10, or pretty much 2/10 of Max Verstappen. So not a bad lap there. Meanwhile, Alonso, what can Alonso do? Considering his teammate was knocked out in Q1, what can Fernando Alonso do? Here we go. A 30.5. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so I'm expecting to see... Here we go. Here the Ferrari's coming out. Nice and early. So the Ferrari's coming out early. And it's going to be Charles Leclerc followed by Carlos Sainz. Don't worry, personal. I've got you covered. The Ferraris are now out on track. This is it. This is it, and hopefully there's going to be no issues with lapping cars. If I was George Russell, how is it going to work with George Russell here? Because George Russell surely can't do another lap. George Russell surely can't do another lap unless he's going to really try and get in the box. We will see. I don't know. Verstappen, meanwhile, is first out. It's Verstappen first out, then Leclerc, then Sainz, then Piastri, then Lando. So keep an eye. Davina saying Matt's top 29. Predict the pole time. Chat, predict the pole time right now. Are we going to go sub 1 minute 29? I reckon we probably are going to go sub 129 here. I think we probably are going to go sub minute 129. You are right though. George is a second off. I think I'm sort of downplaying like how fast we are at the front. Here we go. All the mechanics are ready. Here we go. All the mechanics are ready. So Max Verstappen gears up here for his flying lap. What is going on with George Russell, by the way, and Charles Leclerc? Russell is obviously boxing, but are they going to try and get him out again and do a flying lap? If they do it super quickly, it might happen. So here comes Charles Leclerc as well over the line. So keep an eye on the sector times. Was it a 30.8 last time? Was it a 30.8 from Max Verstappen? There we go. People saying hi to 1 minute 28. People really committing in the chat there. Love to see. Right, here goes Max Verstappen, and it's not. It might not. Maybe the track evolution has changed negatively. We will see. Max Verstappen. What's it going to be in sector 1? It is a 30.7. He does go faster. He does go faster, but is he going to be vulnerable there? Keep an eye on Leclerc. What's Leclerc going to do compared to Verstappen? Leclerc goes, half a second slower. It's over for Leclerc. It's done. What about Carlos Sainz through sector 1? Carlos Sainz in sector 1. Half a second slower, 6/10 slower. Look at that difference there between the Red Bulls. Here comes Oscar Piastri. Piastri 2/10 slower as well. Max Verstappen looking supreme. What about Lando Norris? Lando Norris 2/10 slower. So Verstappen is on a mad one here. Verstappen is on an absolutely mad ting. Let's see what's going to happen. Leclerc in sector 2. What can Leclerc do in sector 2? Verstappen goes fastest again in sector 2. So Verstappen really hunting for that 28. Here comes Charles Leclerc. Here comes Charles Leclerc. He's still slower. It's surely going to be a Red Bull pole position. Here comes Max Verstappen over the line. 28.8. 28.8, everyone. Surely going to be untouchable. Untouchable. He's absolutely destroyed the field here, Max Verstappen. Destroyed the field. Leclerc, nowhere. Sainz, nowhere. Here comes Piastri. Can he do anything? Can he do anything? No, can't even improve. What about Lando? Can't improve. Max Verstappen has definitely got this sewn up. It's going to be a pole position for Max Verstappen here in Suzuka, everyone, with a 128.8. No one can even get close. I want to make this clear. Max Verstappen is pretty much a second quicker than Charles Leclerc there in P3. I don't know why Charles Leclerc is showing a faster time than Max Verstappen. I think it's because Lando and Piastri didn't improve. They didn't improve. Carlos Sainz down in P6. Lewis Hamilton in P7, by the way. So Lewis Hamilton P7. And George Russell did not get out again. So there we go. Chat. Nice one, Phil, in the airport. Hope you have a safe flight. There we go. That is our standings for the race. Verstappen, after not making it into Q3 in Singapore, like I predicted, has just dominated this. Absolutely dominated. He is well clear of Oscar Piastri in second. But can we take a bow, everyone, for Oscar Piastri, the rookie? The rookie is in P2. Beating Lando Norris. What an achievement that is. Charles Leclerc, meanwhile, out-qualifying Carlos Sainz. And Sergio Perez splitting the Ferraris. Lewis Hamilton in P7. George Russell in P8. Yuki Tsunoda out-qualifying Fernando Alonso. McLaren P2 and P3. Okay, so what do we think about this, chat? Do we think McLaren are going to have the race pace? Do we think McLaren are going to have the race pace? Lars Bastian feeling pretty good about McLaren. Check his wings now. The flexible wing is back, everyone. Chat, look at that. I mean, Verstappen is back. And almost a second quicker than Sergio Perez. Almost a second quicker than Sergio Perez. That is mad. Taco saying Ferrari L. L for Ferrari there. I would say L for Mercedes, to be honest. I think Max Verstappen is now... I don't think he would have liked not winning last week, to put it bluntly. So I think we're going to see a beastly Max for the foreseeable future. But great result there. Right, there we go. There's our classification, everyone. So it was close between Piastri and Norris, but Piastri out-qualifying Norris. And it was Sector 2 and 3 because Piastri had a slower Sector 1. Carl saying Piastri going to get his first podium. We will see. We will see if there's any penalties for impeding as well that could happen. Nida says it's easy enough to get you off guard. Yeah, I don't think the sprint counts, though. He was fourth in Silverstone, which is the race that he would have wanted to get on the podium. George saying turn 1-2 going to be fireworks tomorrow. If anyone can get a better start from Max getting the finger out there. Shades of Sebastian Vettel for those of us old enough to remember. Max Verstappen. I think that had meaning. Max Verstappen is like, this is my territory. This is my domain. I'm here to dominate, Max Verstappen says. And what a dominant... I mean, that is generational. What we've just seen there. To out-qualify your teammate by 8/10 in Q3, almost a second, is an absolute age in Formula 1 in what is presumably equal machinery. And then to be 6/10 quicker than Piastri, Norris, Leclerc, to be a second quicker than Carlos Sainz, who got a pole in Singapore and in Monza. Pretty crazy. To be over a second quicker than the Mercedes is mad. Absolutely mad there. A second and a half quicker than George Russell in Q3, basically. Insane. Trevisio in the chat. What a surprise. Yuki Car suddenly fast in Japan. Conspiracy theories are out from Trevisio. Very fast driver in real life. Davina James. Verstappen really doesn't like losing, does he? It looks like you go for 11 in a row right up to 12. Yeah, I honestly, I don't think Verstappen likes losing. He's now got an FIA lady who's got a tote bag. She's just gone shopping. There's some drama there with the FIA lady. I think she's looking for an autograph. Louis says, no surprise. They probably saved a full power unit. Here is Mohammed Ben Suleiman, I should say, who heads up the FIA. Ex-rally driver. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Yeah, Max Verstappen looking absolutely dominant here. and refresh, it's back to the Max of old, I would say. Nida saying Piastri saying he nailed the hard stuff but bottled it on the easy bits. Last man say Russell a bit disappointing. Let us know in the chat, by the way, who you think impressed here, who didn't impress. I mean, look at that gap between Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso. Not really acceptable, is it? Not really acceptable. Does anyone know why Albon only P13? It's just not a track that suits them. I think Albon's done really well to get that high up, to be honest. Davina, Max is the guy who hates losing much more than he likes winning. I think some people, that motivate some people. Some people are more motivated in that way. And that might be Max, who is out on the track now doing the interview to the absolutely packed grandstands here at Suzuka. Is Jean Alesi, who is doing the... He's being pulled back by the FIA lady. She's all over it today. Nothing gets past her. Ricky McGee, do we think Max is washed? Oh, chat, surely no one can say Max is washed now. Last basket say McLaren impressed. Taco James, do you think Red Bull could win the Constructors or need to outscore Mercedes, outscore Ferrari by 24 points? We will see how... Yes, I think they could. I think Red Bull could wrap it up there. I don't think they officially have Honda on the car, but I think Honda still basically produce a power unit. So it would be a big one. Lots of hospitality, I'm sure. I think the main thing that helped him is his ability to learn from sims. This is such a find the limit lap and abuse track limits from Max. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Max Verstappen looks very different from the Max that we saw in Singapore. Max in Singapore, sweaty, sort of angry, not really in control. Max here looks like he's sweated a bead, frankly. So another dominant performance. By the way, chat, we're going to be streaming the race again tomorrow. I need your energy. I need your energy tomorrow, chat. It's going to be another early one. And this is what we've got coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow we've got streaming the F1 race live at Suzuka. We're then going to premiere into over a 1 hour race that I had at Suzuka in a online championships. We're going to premiere into that. So I'll hang out with you after that, which is going to be awesome. And then in the evening UK time at 7 PM, we're going to be doing an F1 round at Singapore in our community. We've got a full grid in F1 cars. So definitely there's a full package coming tomorrow. Lots of stuff coming today as well for you as well. The channel, by the way, is going absolutely mad. Hopefully we can we'll see how we go tomorrow. But I mean, if we can set a target to hit 60k subs tomorrow. We can try and hit 60k. It's very ambitious, but we can do it. If there's anyone watching who's not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe and try and just prime us nicely for that 60k. Louis Cypher saying Honda aren't producing... Oh, this is... Ah, okay, so consulting, but not... I don't know how much it is, though. Remember when Tag Heuer mysteriously went from a watch company to producing 1,000 horsepower intricate Formula 1 powertrains? What a conversion that was with the company. Marie saying go Max. How is the weather? I'm not sure. Davina says, dare I say it, Lewis is looking like he's struggling. Davina saying, wouldn't call him washed. Out-qualified George Russell here. Got on the podium last week, so we'll see. Rude saying, hit the like button, please. Yes, indeed, chat. Come on, we need to be just absolutely cruising through the light milestones. Rakovic says, Ferrari just like Manchester. Literally, it makes no sense at all. Lando P3, it's a McLaren, looking like they've got some genuine pace here. And we'll see if they can maybe do a strategy, maybe box Lando early, try and do an undercut on Max Verstappen. We'll see. We'll see whether McLaren can run something like that. Chat, what are people? Is anyone really hungry? Is anyone really hungry in the chat? I'm starving. I'm going to go straight to the pub and get some food. I'm going to go Weatherspoon's Full English Breakfast, extra sausage, please. And I'm not going to have a beer, but my imaginary friend may have a beer. Honestly, I don't know whether I don't know whether we can say Max is washed or not. Washed or not washed. Difficult to say. Difficult to say, isn't it? Welcome to Kara and Yurusu. Lewis saying it's dinner time. It's dinner time, 5:23 where you are in the world. for Mr. Cypher. And I'm just chilling now, chat, watching the interviews, going to see if there's any impeding, any penalties. But I think we're going to see some cars really not do very well here. I think the Haas's and the Alfa Romeos are really going to struggle. I think the Aston Martins are going to struggle, and it looks like the Alpines may struggle as well. Looks like the Mercedes are going to struggle relatively. And so, you know, can anyone take it to Max, basically? Maybe teams should team up. Davina's going to have eggs. George Russell's having porridge with almond butter and honey. George, I didn't know you were watching from prison. Tim Archer, how long till kickoff? About 23 hours to go. Lewis saying he was washed at Singapore, now he's clean and cheery for Suzuka. We will see. I mean, Max Verstappen is a return to form here, but have a look at the gaps, by the way. 1 second gap from Verstappen to Hamilton. Pretty mad. And a half a second gap to Piastri. The NFL is back. Should we stream some NFL games? Stream anything. I want to stream MotoGP because the MotoGP is so exciting. And I want to stream IndyCar and I want to stream NASCAR. I want to do all the streams, but I want to do it in a way that's integrated. I want to integrate it. I need to reach out. Chat, honestly, if you can help me reach out to people, help me. Deontay avocado toast. You must be a millennial. Neither the real bet prediction is how many laps it will take Max lap Logan. That's probably a real bet you can do in the bookies in the UK. Right, chat. There's 826 people watching. I don't have a premiere for you. I don't even have a premiere. But it's so early. The sun's out. Oh, I can start my day early. I can get so much stuff done. It's a weekend. I can edit videos. I can create short form content. I can have breakfast. You know what? Getting up really early is underrated, isn't it? It feels terrible. I felt like death when I woke. When my alarm went. Honestly, I felt like I was gonna die. Like, it was so bad. I'm crying. I'm actually crying now thinking about it. It was so bad. I was like, no. Why am I crying thinking about waking up? But now I feel great. Now I feel great. It's 8:26 on a Saturday. I've got the hottest sunny. I've entertained you all. We got some new subscribers. We didn't do so good on the membership front today, but we got a lot of new subscribers, got a lot of likes, a lot of viewers. Everyone's happy. I'm going to go have a nice breakfast. I'm going to create a lot of content. There's a lot of stuff I want to do on the crew and Forza and stuff like that. You could stream Liverpool West Ham. Yeah, take on Goldbridge. You know, so last Sunday we were the 4th most watched UK live stream on YouTube. We were just like 1,000 viewers behind Mark Goldbridge. We could take on Goldbridge, chat. We could do it. Goldbridge ain't got nothing on this setup. How long till Q1 starts? Tim, my guy, I've got some bad news for you. I got some bad news. Where it says hello from India. Why are Americans so bad at F1? You tell me. You tell me. Americans, please. Should have got Alex Palou. Alex Palou's Mexico, isn't he? Was that Pato? I can't remember. You need a co-host. Jack, are you volunteering? You say I need a co-host, but I can tell you that having done streams with co-hosts, it's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. Like, I would like to do podcasts with co-hosts. Davina James, I'm no longer in the UK. How's the Rugby World Cup going? You know what? I used to play rugby. Like, I used to play rugby a lot. I used to play rugby 3 times a week.
Understood.
Saturday mornings in the past, I'd be playing rugby. And I'm not even following. I haven't watched a single game. Like, that used to be a big part of my life, rugby. So I think rugby's got a massive issue. Rugby in the UK, all the issues that the game has had in sorting out the domestic game are now playing out. It's what happened to cricket as well. Cricket is now way more niche than it used to be, and when they fake do all this stuff like the 100 and just put loads of money behind it, you can put in sport, right, and esports, welcome Kip, you can put a load of money behind something and it looks like it's working. I'm thinking the 100 in cricket, I'm thinking ESL R1 in esports, stuff like that. It looks legit, but when you just peel beneath the surface, no one actually cares. It's that thing that if it were to stop tomorrow, no one would care. If the 100 were to stop, no one's going to care. ESL R1, Rensport, no one cares about it. I'm not really meant to say this, am I? But that's the issue you have. And the Rugby World Cup is like, people that just don't care that much about it. Whereas in the past, people really cared about cricket. People really cared about rugby. So that's why Formula 1 have done... Formula 1, we shouldn't take it for granted. Like, this is a sport that we presumably all enjoy. And they have really made it so people care about it. Oh yeah, Rensport in the Porsche one. So, you know, I think chronic mismanagement in rugby probably. They didn't support the... It's just... The Premiership's just a mess, isn't it? You know? And sports can get irrelevant. Think about WRC. Like, how many people... The hardcore fans still care about rallying as much as they used to, but how many casual fans care about WRC these days? You know? Where are the next Colin McRae's and... You know, people like that, and... Like, this is the thing about rugby, right? Around 2003, 2004, if you... In the consciousness of general sports fans, it's not just people, general sports fans, if you ask them to name 5 England rugby players, they could most people could probably do it. If I asked you to name 5 England rugby players now, a lot more people just wouldn't be able to do it. Same with cricket. For Formula 1... a lot of sports fans would probably say Max Verstappen, Hamilton, Lando Norris, George Russell, you know, maybe Carlos Sainz, stuff like that. Welcome, Carl. Welcome, S-Drive. Neither baseball's gone irrelevant. Neither 2:30 should I practice and we'll go to bed. I'd keep yourself fresh. Keep yourself fresh for that one. But yeah, and that's why we have such a big opportunity here, chat. We've got 20,000 people have passed through the qualifying stream, which is really good for us, for qualifying stream so early. I do want to kind of think about how can... This structure you see here hasn't really changed for the last 5 months. How can we take this next level? I had a big sport reach out to me, another big sport, saying, hey, you know, can we do something? So... I'm speaking with the other sport and I want to do something that is more integrated with the sport, so we can go to the events, stream there, we can speak to the participants after, we can get sort of exclusive insights and data. So that's what I want to do. And sort of just take things to the next level in the same way that I've done with the rest of my YouTube content. Davina, I'm female, but I can't stand these new female commentators. Oh my goodness me! Oh man, Claire Boulding is awesome, but these new commentators are trying to be men and it's unlistenable. Oh dearie me. Woo. No comment. George Rogers, WRC used to be so good. I bet WRC still is good. It's just there's also they need to work with. Imagine if WRC still... Is that my WRC wheel? Yeah. Right. Imagine, right? Imagine if WRC, okay, partnered with me and we went to some races, we did some behind the scenes. I'm not even a big YouTuber. Imagine they did with bigger YouTubers than me. And like do a lot of short form content and stuff and did some watch-alongs. How that would get... You'd start to swell up this movement, but as far as I know, they don't do any of that. They're just... The people at the top are kind of old school. So... That's what I think. Right, chat, I could hang out here, but I'm super hungry, and we're going to be here tomorrow. So please, 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 one of the mods, I think, posted the link in the chat. I'm going to end this stream. It's going to take you to that preview anyway. It should do. So make sure you please leave a like on the stream for tomorrow and leave a notification on. It just helps the stream. And I promise I'm going to wake up tomorrow and we're going to watch the race here, which could be an interesting one. We'll see if people can take it to Max Verstappen again at Suzuka. And then it's a triple content day. We're going to go into a premiere of me racing at Suzuka. And then in the evening, there's going to be a live stream of an F1 race that our community is doing at Suzuka as well. And we'll try and do a big push for 60k tomorrow. Would be mad, you know? And it's easy for me when I go to brands, and when brands are more likely to reach out, the bigger that number is, basically. And I can do cooler stuff like this. So there we go. It's all kicking off in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Dear Dave, Jack, Nida, Sandeep, Davina, Saeed, Jack, Lincoln, George, Nida, Vlatka, Raghavir, everyone else. I'm going to end this stream, and it should take you to the premiere. So, yes, it will. I will see you guys and girls. I'll see you all live tomorrow for the race. See you there.